Which is a real match-up, isn't it? You've got the young women in the Diamond Jubilee Challenge Cup for women's quadruple sculls, junior quadruple sculls. This is a repeat of a match-up. Wow, she jumped off the start. Hetty Amos Woods, the 16-year-old stroke of Lee. But it's a match-up of a race we've seen earlier today, Kat.
It is. So the boys' quads were drawn exactly Trentham versus Lee. And unfortunately, Trentham on the other station, the other way round than these crews are, had to be disqualified after they actually steered sort of basically into the water, obstructed the Lee. So the Lee went through the boys' version, and at the moment, the girls' crew are looking really strong as well.
So, if you want to know the colours, sorry, I should have said that earlier, the River Lee are rowing in their distinctive orange colours, and Trentham Boat Club, they're on the far side of the course, they're in white. They've got a big Trentham. We'll probably get a shot later in the race across their rowing suits of Trentham Boat Club. Lee have got a great start, but this is a young crew. The two women in the bows, Beatrice Hughes and Evelyn Hulkler, are 17. There's two 16-year-olds, Ines Guilan and Hetty Amos Woods, who really jumped on that first stroke in the stern of the Lee boat. Do you think that makes a difference at all coming down the track?
Well, we'll see, won't we? They certainly aren't sort of bowed by being the younger crew. They've really taken it, you know, really grasped it by the neck. You know, it's their first entry to Henley Royal Regatta. They were delighted to get through qualifiers, and they are here with great spirit. They've got quite a lot of experience, even though they're young, and actually they've only rowed a couple of years, and yet within that they've raced quite a bit. Some of them have other sporting experience, come from a background of swimming and tennis, before they took up rowing. So, you know, really athletic crew. If we look at Ines there, the tall three girl, really helping transmit the rhythm. She comes from quite a good rowing dynasty. Her mother is Lea R.C, who is an Atlantic Railroad for Oxford, and her aunt is the wonderful Olympian Annabelle R.C.
Well,
so she's surrounded by rowing.
I didn't know that. We go onto live pictures, but I was looking at her and thinking she is rowing really well. She's got really loose, relaxed shoulders. She's got quite a straight arm pickup. She's getting the boat in her big muscles in the glutes. Looks really, really strong. Trentham on the right of your picture. Well, there we see. There's the young stroke woman, Hetty, just 16.
Tough conditions for them, isn't it? To be the smaller, younger crew and the lighter crew. I think, you know, they look like, it looks like there may be a little more power in that Trentham Boat Club. And the question is, have they got the technique to really come back and challenge? And, you know, it looks like they are still really hanging in there and asking some questions of this Lee crew, who are doing just a brilliant job there, aren't they? Staying lively. Both crews do a good job in increasingly windy, swirly water. But that Lee crew, they look supreme. Yeah, they look supreme. There's that clear water, and I think Trentham have got a lot to do. And I think the quality of the Lee is just underlined by the fact that 3 members of the Trentham crew made the Friday of Henley Royal Regatta in 2022. So they got through almost to the semi-finals at the weekend. That is how good the Trentham Boat Club crew are. There's the back of Ava Fenton, 16-year-old who's done a double this season with Francesca Butters in the stroke seat of the Trentham crew. You can see that club name emblazoned, but really they've got to do something completely spectacular to get through the Lee. You can see them, they're staying quite sharp, and Trentham were quarter-finalists last year, which will have given them that sense that this is an event that they can do well in. So they'll have taken that experience back, you know, try to think, right, what do we need to do in order to get maybe to the next level this year? But they've come across this really talented Lee crew who are looking very impressive, the way they're just gliding over the top. Really good kind of unison there. They're staying sharp, and that's brilliant to see, isn't it? I mean, the Lee is a thriving club. They were British Rowing's Club of the Year because of all the work they do, not just performance, but they have a wonderful I Belong programme. They're doing community work, you know, and these juniors are coming along brilliantly as well. They call them diverse, ambitious and successful, just 30 minutes from the city, and what a day the River Lee juniors have. Well, she looks round at the finish, Beatrice Hughes, not surprised. It's nearly there, Beatrice, and you are going to take this heat of the Diamond Jubilee Challenge Cup. The Lee crossed the line. She lies back in the boat, Beatrice Hughes. Trentham crossed the line now.